Hello, my name is Ghost, and today I thought we would do a quick little kind of things that I would like to see for this coming year of 2018, or the beginning of the first year for January 801 AD. This video is going to be kind of in like a three-parter sort of deal. It's going to be what I hope to see from the devs and the community as a whole for this coming year, what has been produced so far in terms of quality and product, if you will, for Northgard, and then what I expect for this coming year, because there's a few things that I think need to be focused on and have already been guaranteed, but the last part is more of kind of things that have been already confirmed and things that I kind of expect from the devs at this point. So to start off, what I hope, what I personally hope, and what I think a lot of the community, and again I hope that the devs look at as things that we can kind of focus on as a whole. And the first and the kind of the biggest one for me personally is a combat rework. Currently in the game itself, you basically have two halves. You've got the fame, prestige, and wisdom victory, or you have combat. It's not so much you have this nice blend of both where you can kind of bend and twist and try and, you can manage to do both. It's one or the other. And I would really personally like to see that kind of meshed better. I know that's very vague, but that's kind of the biggest thing. It's very much a divided factor right now, and especially if you go into things like just the unit compositions or the military units, you have a very kind of separated military system as well. And again, I'd really like to see that kind of get blended in better to get better as a whole, and just see more kind of more cohesion. The next one is monthly tournaments, and this will dive more into what I expect from the devs, but as a community as a whole, I would really like to see us try and put some effort into possibly doing some tournaments once we have guaranteed dedicated servers, and we also have just enough people. I mean, just recently I was streaming, and I think there was 10 or 15 people that were just like, hey, when are we gonna have some Northgard events? And right now, I can't really honestly answer that, which kind of sucks, especially as in my position. But I would really like to. I would really like to see maybe we can do some Northgard-based events, maybe some world games or world tournaments or something like that. I would really like to see that for this coming year. The next one, and this is kind of ties into the second one for the community, Spectator Mode. I know that recently when I got to sit down and talk to Brioche, I think it was something like 85% of the community currently still only plays single player, which is, it's nice to know. But there is a multiplayer scene, and there's a lot of people that like to play Northgard that want to meet people. And Spectator Mode is kind of one of those backbone parts of getting that creativity, getting those casters, getting those streamers, getting those tournaments, getting kind of everyone to watch other people play the game that they like, as it's kind of like the cameraman in a football stadium, both American football and European football. You can't watch the game if there's no one watching the players play, and without that you can't do much. You have recordings and you have streamers, but you can't really run a tournament without a spectator mode. And again, it's something that I would really hope that we get to see for this coming year. Now, segueing into the middle part of this video, that is not to say that the Shiro Games has not been putting in effort. I've personally started playing this game back when it was only in single player, and when there was only, you had Goat, Wolf, Stag, Raven I don't think had even been released yet. No, yeah, Raven had been released, but that was it. I think it was only 4 clans, and there's supposed to be a total of 6 coming out. You have Bear, Boar, and no, there's like 7 or so. Either way, there's only like 4 clans. Okay, it was very tiny. I was there when there was only 4 clans. Long story short, we've come a very long way in, I think, this like 6 or 7 months that this game has been in early access, and I have to say the devs have been putting in a lot of work. So when I'm going over these things, and when I get into what I expect of the game, take what I say now as like they've been putting in stuff almost monthly, which for their size, for the the amount of money that they have to work with, the Shiro devs team really needs to kind of just take a step back, and they should be really proud of what they've gotten so far. So So let's see. Start off, we went from single player to host-based multiplayer, which is fantastic, but we really need dedicated servers now. And by the way, when I'm going over these, this is not to also mention the like almost weekly or bi-weekly UI updates, patches, fixes, bug fixes. I mean, I remember back when I was playing in single player, there was a bug which I called the town hall fix, or the town hall switch, where basically when you would capture your opponent's or kill your opponent's town hall, if you had warriors or whatever in your opposing player's tile, you could actually flip those tiles into your control across the map without any connection. I mean, it was pretty groundbreaking. It was a pretty groundbreaking bug, but it's things like that, you know, that they went out of their way to make sure that those got fixed so that other players wouldn't have that issue, you know. So single player to host-based multiplayer, the Bear Clan was released a long time ago, and I have to say the Bear Clan has been well implemented for what it's worth. Again, that cohesion for the non-combat related win conditions and the combat win conditions, still working on it. After the Bear Clan, there was the very big combat rework for the biggest issue, which was tile dancing at the time, because you'd have axe throwers basically going back and forth, just pulling the armies and just making everyone upset. But now we have the newer combat system, which I have to admit I was a little bit apprehensive at the first, but it's come a long way and it's good to see. I think that the way that it's been implemented now is quite good. On top of the combat rework, there was a big, I don't know if the environmental update was before or after the Boar Clan. I'm fairly certain it was before, where we had the Kobolds implemented, we had the Thor's Wrath and Geyser added, and then of course we had the Boar Clan just recently added on, and now we are looking towards 2018 for things like dedicated servers and other things. So when I say all of this, I mean the devs have been putting in a lot of effort and a lot of work, and I think that they should be proud of how far they've gotten, because things like this, you know, you would think, at least from, you know, from our perspective, it's like, oh, you just, you know, put in some code and then you're done. You've got yourself a fully fledged game. There is countless hours of coding, testing, and then doing both at the same time. And again, I really do think that Shiro Games should, you know, take a deep breath and realize they've come a long way, and they should be proud of that. Now, onto the kind of the more serious, more harsh side of what I wanted to talk about, which was the expectations for this 2018. In 2017, it was not guaranteed, but it was very much almost set in stone that there was supposed to be dedicated servers in or around December. That didn't happen, and the response we got was basically because they were having some issues with the legality of everything. Awesome. I have to say, one of the biggest things that I have always been a champion of is the developers communicating what's going on to the community, i.e. if there's a problem that they are currently fixing or taking care of, they are letting us know. And dedicated servers is in the expected box because it was supposed to be in 2017, but due to issues that they really couldn't control, and I'm not going to hold them against to it, it's now been pushed into 2018. And the only thing that I'm kind of worried about now is with the release date of the game coming up fairly soon. I believe it's in March or February or March. That's not a lot of time for them to really get the dedicated servers and then work on it and then release it, because after the dedicated servers are done and the game has been released, there's a supposed another clan that's going to be released after the game is done. So for any of you guys that were also worried about the developers basically, you know, they create this wonderful masterpiece and then, you know, they're done, that's it. They are going to be staying with us, which is fantastic, and that's, again, another reason why I stick around, because these devs aren't leaving anytime soon. And now, for the last one, for the last bit of this little, what is this, 9.5 minute video, a fleshed out campaign. I have been in other games, or I've been a part of other communities where the developers have said, we're going to make this wonderful campaign for people that don't have internet connection when they're flying somewhere, or, you know, they're just staying at home and the power goes out or something, or the internet goes out. I want them to take their time with this campaign. I would rather have them push it back 4 or 5 months to know that I am getting a decent campaign, because I would really hate for them to say that, hey, we've got this really cool and crazy campaign coming out, and then it basically be single player with some lore stuff that you can read off to the side, but let's be honest, neither of us is going to read it. I would rather have them take the time to make some cool animations, maybe bring in some voice actors to, you know, narrate the story like they did with the trailer, you know, really flesh out, give us some story, add in maybe some Norse lore and mythology into the campaign so it really feels like I am the, you know, the Viking war chief or the will of the Raven clan trying to set sail for and get fame for their clan, you know. Really drag me in, give me, you know, make me involved. I expect that because I have seen how hard the developers have worked on this game so far, and the level of dedication and level of care that I've seen from this. I expect this because they have impressed me so far. So with that, guys, thank you to everyone that was here for this quick little video. I hope you guys have a good day, good afternoon, good night, and I hope you guys also have a wonderful new year. Hopefully we can check everything off on this video. I really expect Shiro to do amazing, and hopefully we can do some tournaments sooner than later. Once dedicated servers have been released, and hopefully once the game is fully released. I know, at least from my part of the subreddit's staff, we're working on that already. It's just a matter of getting the green light from the devs to say, hey, servers are up. We've got some cool merch that you guys can give out. Have at it, you know. I will be the first one to address you guys. So again, thank you to everyone that was here for this. I hope you guys have a good afternoon, good night, good day, afternoon, good night. I know I've said it twice, but I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.